Okay, and we're live. Yay! Hey guys, I am so excited to bring y'all this VIP panel tonight. My name is Rebecca Foltz, and I'm a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus. And tonight we have 4 of our top income earners and just top leaders in our company. We have Celeste Gwynn, Tamara Holloway, Amy Paul, and Bridget Ryan. And the reason that I reached out to these ladies is they were some of our top convention prize earners this year at our convention, which was this amazing trip, which we're going to talk a little bit about in a second, to an island in called Musha Cay. I don't even really know where it is, but it looked fabulous. And the way that they won that contest was by having the most upper level growth in the company. So week after week, they were having people join their teams in their upper levels. And so that is such a direct correlation from the training and the leadership that they were passing down to help them, their team just have amazing momentum and lead them to the top of the convention contest. So as we're getting started and we're waiting on some more people to jump on, there's already almost 400 people on the call, but as people are jumping on, they're going to kind of go through and just tell you some of their favorite moments of Musha Cay, which was totally a trip of a lifetime. So Bridget, what was your favorite part?
Hey guys, can you hear me okay? I'm on my phone. Yeah?
We got you.
Okay. I would have to say it still doesn't feel real that we actually went, but I'd have to say when we were pulling up and it was white sand and we actually, and the water was warm and they were waiting with hot towels to wipe it, to clean our hands and hand us water and infused water, and had a lunch waiting for us. It was just unreal. And I'd have to say, hanging out with these amazing, I have always looked up to get a week with them, a week with my husband by ourselves. We've got 7 kids. I would have to say my favorite was probably wakeboarding with clear glass water and seeing turtles and stingrays below me. So it was just amazing. There wasn't one favorite part. Yeah, unreal.
So awesome. Okay, Celeste, what was your favorite part?
Okay, so I mean, there's so many. Obviously, it was just like unreal. Like, you know, like you're sitting there and you're like, I can't believe this is my real life. I'm a soccer mom from Anna, Texas. Am I really at David Copperfield's private island? But at one point, we're at lunch and they say you need to walk down this way for dessert. And we're like, okay, whatever. So we all stand up from this glorious lunch on this pier and we start walking back towards the middle of the island. And this like 1960s style ice cream truck pulls up on a private island, and these 2 like good humor ice cream truck people in full uniform get out and serve us ice cream in the middle of this private island from this amazing, like perfectly restored ice cream truck. And you're just kind of looking around at everyone like, what? There's an ice cream truck on an island. Like, what even is that? So, I mean, there's so many little details that you're just like over the top that you just are like, I can't believe this is really happening right now. So that's just one little thing.
That is so fun. I love that. Amy, what was your favorite part?
Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yay! Okay, so just like Celeste and Bridget said, there were so many amazing moments, but this was a trip of a lifetime for us. Like Celeste said, she's a soccer mom. I'm a homeschool mom of 7, and we didn't have a honeymoon. We had to, my husband would buy cars really cheap and sell them for more money to save up enough money for our family of 9 to go on vacation. We had never taken a vacation, just him and I. So when I think about, you know, what Musha Cay meant to us, it was life-changing. You know, pushing the magic button and, you know, them filling a bath under the stars for us with chocolate-covered strawberries, like unreal, guys. Like, it was the most romantic, fulfilling time of my life, and I'm just so blessed that Plexus, you know, sent us to this island.
So special. Love that. And Tamara, what was your favorite part?
I feel like I've been asked this question so many times, and I literally answer it different every single time because there were so many good things. But honestly, it's kind of what Bridget said. I think it was like it hadn't seemed real to me, even though I knew I had earned the trip for several weeks. But we were on this 45-minute boat ride. There was like Jamaican music playing, and we were drinking water, and we were just going through the water, and we pull up, and it's just like you see Musha Cay and you think, okay, we have arrived. And I think it was such a dream for me when they played that video at Super Saturday. And I remember my heart was just racing, and I thought, oh my gosh, can I earn this? Can I do this? And I wanted it so desperately. And so just to work really, really hard for something that was such a, a dream for me, a bucket list that I didn't even know I had. And then to arrive in that moment was just super humbling and surreal.
Well, I love that. That was so fun to get to watch y'all on that trip, and all the pictures that we're posting. There was not great service, and so the first day, y'all's picture posting was kind of like below. We were all waiting on the service to catch up. So, like, why are they not posting pictures? So
they've all been captured.
Yes, we love getting to watch it with y'all. Okay, so I know for the last week, I have been sharing on my team page each of y'all's diamond documentaries and your stories, and just each of y'all's amazing journeys. And the really amazing thing about multi-level marketing, especially in Plexus, is no one's stories look the same. No one's journey, their tips, their background. And so y'all all kind of have, I'm sorry, I'm in Florida on vacation, and that's where all the cricket noises are coming from. But there's bugs flying around. So I wanted to ask several of y'all really some of the same questions, but I know that y'all each answer it differently. And so as we get into some of these, okay, so Tamara, and y'all can kind of take this a couple different ways. I want to know what your best piece of advice. So many people that are watching the call, they're new ambassadors, or maybe they're restarting with all the new products and the new tools that Plexus has rolled out. Maybe they're revamping. And if there was something that either someone said to you when you first started, or that you find yourself telling new ambassadors, what do you think if you were starting, what would you want someone to say to you starting as a new ambassador?
Yeah, I know there's a lot of new ambassadors on this call tonight. And so really there's several things that come to mind. One would be to really be gracious with yourself as you're learning, because there's so much information out there to learn, but you do not have to, know everything about everything to be successful in your business. You can learn as you grow. You can learn as you build your own health testimony. You can learn as you build your business. So I would tell a newbie, do not let anything stop you from just going all in. This is too amazing of an opportunity to let any fear or excuse hold you back. And then secondly, maybe invest in your own personal growth. Read books that help you grow in your network marketing skills. Watch training videos. There are so many amazing YouTube channels that you can subscribe to. One of my favorites is Plexus U for University, because it has such a wide variety of trainings. So ask your sponsor for a few names of people to subscribe to on YouTube, and then make a goal of watching at least 5 trainings a week. And of course, listen to live trainings like this one tonight. Plug into any event that is offered on your team or through corporate. And another tip would be to begin to save videos and trainings that have really inspired you, so that when you bring new people onto your own team, you have that list ready to share with them to help them learn and grow. Because I truly believe the more you learn, the more confident you'll become. And the more confident you are, the more effective you'll be in your business. And then, of course, when you're first starting and you're wanting to just run with this business, I'm talking to those runners out there, you should be spending about 80 to 90% of your time prospecting and recruiting. You want to build a wide base of level ones, because personally recruiting, it's truly your surest way to build a strong foundation, and it all comes back to that. So if you want a bigger team, personally recruit. If you want to build a larger income for your family, personally recruit. If you get in a place where you feel stuck, personally recruit. It's truly the lifeblood of our businesses. And that is it's just the best way to get in a place of organic momentum.
Such great tips. Okay, Bridget, I know you were recognized last year as one of the top recruiters in our whole company. I think you have over like 400 level 1. So you probably are pouring lots of advice into new people. What would your tip be?
Well, gosh, Tamara, you said everything I wanted to say, so now I'm going, okay. What do we do? No, really, you guys, what Tamara said, I would say go for it. Learn as you go. Don't be afraid. I would say my biggest tip, I tell my new ambassadors, first of all, you want to get on the phone with your upline, write down the questions you have, get on a 15, 20-minute call with them and troubleshoot with them, write down your questions before you get on. But my biggest tip would be to be yourself, be vulnerable, go on. I just had a girl that signed up, is very introvert, very shy. And she said, Bridget, how do I do this? I said, go on live. She was so sick, you guys, that she really was in survival mode, just taking care of her 4 kids and her husband, and really lost a lot of friends through this time that she was so sick. And I said, you know what? Go on and go on Facebook Live. If you're too afraid to go Facebook Live, make a video. If you're too afraid to make a video, write down some notes and read from the notes and say, hey guys, I am so nervous, but I wanted to get on with you guys and share. I have been on these supplements. They've helped me. And if any of you are struggling, I would love to tell you. So I would say, be real with your audience, create curiosity, do a live video or a video so they could see your heart and your passion for these products. And I think that would be the best way to launch your business and to come out of the closet, right? And say that you're a Plexus person. I wouldn't even say Plexus if you don't want to. Create that curiosity. But that would be my biggest thing on that.
So good. Celeste, what's your biggest piece of advice?
So I would say to a newbie, a new ambassador that's just signing up, my biggest goal is to get them to share boldly from day one. I know, that's what do I know now that I wish I would have known then, even for myself, as quickly as I went, I know that there was some reservations, especially in sharing about the business. And what I've learned and what I've tried to duplicate with my team is sharing about the products is amazing. And that's really easy for folks when they start using these products and they start having results. However, we've kind of been conditioned in life to not talk about finances, to not talk about money. But what I've learned and what I've really tried to duplicate with my level ones is financial stress and poor health go so hand in hand, right? So if I can share boldly about how these products can change your financial future and take some stress off of your plate, guess what? I'm helping your health in turn. So if I can learn to be bolder in the very beginning about this business, it all goes hand in hand. And there's so many folks that need this just as badly for the business opportunity as they do for the products. So I try really hard with new folks to get them from the very beginning to really see the business opportunity. Y'all, and I'm not downplaying how amazing our products are. I have personal amazing testimony, as does everyone in my family. Not downplaying that at all. But I go at this big time from the business aspect because I've watched it change the lives of so many of my friends. My friends being able to retire and diversify and change their family's financial future. So that's where my boldness comes in for the business. And that's where I try to duplicate that down to my level ones.
So good. Amy, what would you say?
Well, goodness, going after all these girls, it's crazy. I mean, look at their journeys are fabulous. But I would tell you, same as Celeste, you have to be bold about the business because the products sell themselves. So why are you embarrassed if you're a new ambassador to share blood sugar regulation, gut health, and inflammation reduction? Why are you embarrassed about that? 100% of people need that. If you look at any of us on the call, you would never think, the other women on this call, look how gorgeous they are. You would never think, oh, look at them, they need to lose weight, oh, whatever. Plexus is not a diet magic energy drink. It's not. So you get out there and you share health, real, sustainable, get to the root of your issue, health. That's what you share. But if you're a new ambassador, you probably don't have any belief. You probably have hardly any belief in yourself. I want you to borrow our belief. All of the women on this call, I want you to reach deep within yourself and I want you to borrow our belief. Do y'all see how confident Celeste is? Diamond 6 months. Borrow her belief. You don't have to have that, guys. You don't have to have that belief, but you have to borrow it. You have to believe that I'm a homeschooling mom of 7 that never thought this was possible, but I did it. You have to believe that all of us on this call did not think it was possible, but we did it. So you take one step in front of the other, you borrow someone else's belief. And I want each of you to share a story of belief. I'm going to post a graphic on my page, Amy Paul on Facebook. I want you to write a story of how you didn't believe in yourself, but somebody believed in you and it pushed you to get outside of your comfort zone, and then you succeeded in what you tried to do. I'm going to pick from one of you, and I'm going to send you this giving key. I don't know if y'all can see it because the computer's so bad, but it says believe, and they have an amazing mission. And I'm going to pick somebody, and then I want you to give it, keep giving it, pay it forward. I want you to give it to somebody else that needs belief too, because that is what this company is about. It is about just believing in yourself, believing that you can do this. And guys, you will grow. You will grow into a woman of such purpose, passion, and boldness that you will never know that you could have been that way. And God will like shine through you. So that's what I would tell you. Get out there and share.
I feel like we should be done.
I'm super excited about this.
I believe. Okay, that was so good. All of y'all. Okay, so my next question kind of goes into what Amy was just talking about, and it's about finding, maybe you don't have a lot of belief in yourself yet and you're going, can I even do this? Then something that I would really encourage you to do is get with your friend, your spouse, your mama, and say, what do you think I'm good at? Like, where do you see a strength in me? There's a great book called Strength Finders that can help you identify that. I know my number one strength is positivity. Like, who would think that would be like something that would really help you in a business? But in Plexus, it can. And so I want each of these ladies to tell what they think that their biggest strength is. And so it's a little bit of a humble brag, but obviously we know y'all are successful, and I'm asking you, where do you see your some of your success coming from in, I know John Addison said at convention last year, and I've never forgotten it, that the best you can be at like a strength is amazing, out of this world. And the best that you can be at a weakness is just average. And so hone in on your strengths. And so I want each of these ladies to say what they feel like one of their main strengths is that's helped them to be successful. Bridget, what would you say?
Oh gosh, you know, first of all, I've learned that mindset, because I can come on here and say, I'm a horrible speaker, I'm this, I'm that, I'm not good. But it's in your mindset. You've got to, we're all good at something, right? And that's what makes this as a team. And so I may be not good at something, Amy might be better at that, or Celeste better at this. But I would say for me, I had to go, okay, what am I good at? What can I bring to the table? What can I bring to this team? What can I bring to leadership? And I would say, from what people tell me, branding and marketing. I love to market. I love to brand. I love to expand my network through social media outlets. You guys, this is the way of the future. This is the new economy. And so we love to share with you guys how to grow your networks with millions of people online and different social media outlets. So I would say that's what I bring to the table.
I would think that was one of your strong strengths as well, Bridget. I think you're pretty good at that. Celeste, what would you say?
It's funny because I was going over these in the car with Andrew today, and it's funny that you called it a humble brag, because I was like, I mean, like, what do I just get on and talk about myself? And then you called it that. I'm like, okay, so I guess we do. And something that he said, I was saying, I think it would be for me starting with belief and confidence. And something that my husband, he's in the other room, we're in a hotel as well. He said, I think that your strongest attribute when you started this was confidence in knowing that you would succeed from day one. But y'all, listen, you know, we talk about personal growth and development. I was super blessed in that I had 3 men that I respect that have been very successful in business that live on my property, that my husband, my dad, and my brother, that all looked at the comp plan and looked at me on day one and said, yeah, you're going to be diamond. I mean, like, literally, it was just like a conversation over some barbecue, you know? So I went into this on day one with the confidence that I could do it, first of all. And so belief in myself. I already had great success with the products. I 100% believed in the products, and I believed in the comp plan. And I think that the missing piece of this equation that folks don't have is that belief in themselves. You can't deny that our products work. right? Read some testimonies. You can't deny that our comp plan works. Follow some leaders, look at their lifestyle, go watch some Diamond Docs. But you can think that you can't do this. You can think that we have something that you don't have. But I promise you, when you go and you start watching those Diamond Docs and you start following leaders and you see a normal soccer mom from McKinney, Texas that uses a lot of dry shampoo and rarely puts on makeup, you're going to believe that you can do this too when you follow other leaders. So build that belief in yourself, because I believe that I was able to do this so quickly because I knew I could do it. I believe that I could do it. Humble brag.
That's so good. I'll take it. That's so good. It's such great advice. Tamara, what would you say?
Thought I'd turn my camera off and get out of that one, but you know, I think a lot of the strengths that I have actually started out as weaknesses or mistakes I made, and then I learned from them, so they built into strengths. But one thing I would say that has helped me be successful is that I realized pretty early on from making some mistakes that everybody is not like me. So I, as a leader, I wanted to be a strong leader. I had to learn to relate to people where they were at and relate to people with their personality. One of my favorite books in this business is The 4 Colors of MLM, because it has taught me so much about how different people work, how different people think. And I realized that if I wanted, first of all, if you haven't read that book, please read that, research that. There's some videos. I think, Rebecca, you even did a video sharing about blue personalities. It's out there. You can find it on YouTube. But just learning how different people work and then being able to relate to them that way. For example, if I'm super goal-oriented, I'm motivated by challenges, I'm determined, but then I have a yellow personality who is more, you know, motivated by just helping people, and they're super compassionate, I have to learn to coach them to their strengths instead of trying to make my strengths their strengths. And so that's something I really learned. And as I tweaked how I worked with different people, that really helped my business begin to grow, because they were able to relate and connect with me so much more. And I was able to communicate with them better. So that's the first thing that popped in my mind.
Yeah.
I think that is a great piece of advice. Amy Paul, what would you say?
I would say that I never meet a stranger. So for me, I really love people. I invest in people. I mean, all of you on this call, I could name all of your kids. I could tell you where you live. I could tell you where you're on vacation. I mean, I know everything because I truly love people. And that's something that I really love. And so people see that I'm genuine in that aspect, and they want to be a part of that. And so in this town we just moved to, for example, everyone knows who we are because I just walk up to people at the restaurant. Hi, I'm Amy Paul. I just moved to this town. Nice to meet you. We just bought Grand Oaks Plantation. I'd love to be your friend. I literally do that in everywhere I go. And so I know not everybody has that, but if you allow yourself to reach out to people, you will be so blessed by them. You will get so much from other people. You know, you don't have to stay I know there's introverts, extroverts, all that, but you don't have to stay so to yourself and just to your family. You can be richly blessed by other people, and you can, we're called to be more. We're called to go out there and to, give to others and to help them. And maybe you could be a dear friend to them. So go out there and just try to make friends with people, because that's what this business is. It's relationship marketing. This is not salesy. If you're salesy, none of us on here are salesy. None of us. People want to be our friends. And so that's what you want to exude. You want to be friendly.
I love that. Sorry, I keep muting and unmuting because of the cricket situation. Okay, so that was all so good. Thank you all for sharing that. Okay, so another question is, as people or maybe they're starting to identify their strengths and looking at things that maybe are going to help them to be what we call runners in the business. We've all coached hundreds of people on our team to help them go to success. When you're thinking about your team and you're thinking about a lot of your runners, what do you see as a common thread, a common theme? And of course, they're not going to be cookie cutter, and they're all going to have different strengths and weaknesses. But is there something in them that you kind of identify as, you know what, that's something that I tend to see in my runners? Celeste, I know you have, I mean, at one point you had like 19 jewel legs. I'm sure you have like 30 now. So you've seen a lot of runners who, what's something that you noticed?
You know, first of all, I would say that they are all driven. They're self-motivated. They have strong work ethic that kind of all rolls in together, and they have determination. And you know, the really cool thing that I love, especially on these huge things like this that I get to say, is every single one of them are where they are, not because of me. When I joined, I didn't know anything about network marketing. Guess what? I didn't know anything about leadership. My first paycheck I ever got in my whole life was my first paycheck as a silver ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. So I was really blessed and very fortunate that I was doing life with really quality people that wanted it. That's what this boils down to. It wasn't about being on my team. It's not about your upline. If you're on this call and you're blaming your lack of success on poor leadership, or you feel like if you were under somebody else, you'd be better off, or if you'd signed up directly under Celeste Quinn, y'all, there is no magic formula here. My magic formula is that I was doing life with really motivated, hardworking, strong moral compass, determined folks. That's why I'm where I'm at. It's because it has nothing to do with me other than, thank you, Jesus, that I had really good friends that were like-minded. So I think that wanting it, you know, like Les Brown says, they were hungry. I can't say it like him, but I think that I surrounded myself with folks that were hungry. They wanted it. They were going to go after it, regardless of my leadership, regardless of the lack of knowledge that I had about network marketing. They wanted it. I wanted it. Jen Hawkins wanted it. And we all went after it at the same time. And look at us now. So that would probably be a really good nugget to take away. If you're looking for an excuse and you're playing tapes in your head, if I was on somebody else's team, or if I had somebody else teaching me or training me or guiding me, it's like Tamara said, there's enough stuff on YouTube now. Lord have mercy, what I wouldn't have done for some YouTube training back in the day. You can be successful in this business. You have the same comp plan, the same products, and way more tools and training than any of us ever had. So take these products and this comp plan and run with it, because that's what every single leader on my team did, and that's why they are where they are.
Such great thing. Tamara, what would you say?
I don't know how you top that. I mean, I'm over here like amening.
I just took y'all to church.
Yeah, you did. You know, I'm thinking about my most recent runner, and a common thread I see, and specifically in her, is coachability. If I say to her, okay, you want to run, you want all in, you want to be a jewel in this company, do X, Y, and Z, read X, Y, and Z, watch X, Y, and Z, and she does it, and then she's coming back for more. And I think that's one of the truest tests, and I tell my team this a lot. They come to me and says, you know, I've been working with this person, they say they really want the business, but you know, they aren't doing anything, and I really want them to do it. And I say, okay, try this. Find out if they really want it by challenging them with something, maybe reaching out to 3 people today and screenshotting it and send it to you and watching a video that you recommend. And if they do it and they're like, okay, Celeste, I did it. What's next? You know they're serious about it. So you know they're worth your time to keep pouring into and to keep training and to keep coaching. If they're not and they always have an excuse, it's time to let that person go. You hear it say all the time, bless and release. And I don't like to give up on people. That is not my personality. If I have a strong belief in someone, I want to keep tugging them and tugging them and tugging them. But that's one thing I've learned, a mistake I made. Is for far too long, I was trying to motivate the unmotivated. And I realized quickly that that's not where my time needed to be spent. I needed to spend my time on my runners, the people that want this business and we're all in. And so that's a tip there. If you have someone says they want it, but they're not really doing the things, give them some challenges as their sponsor and love on them and encourage them, but give them a challenge, follow up with them and see if they completed it. And that's going to show you if they're serious, because runners are coachable.
Really, really great advice. Amy, what would you say?
So I always like to tell people that 20% of people work. That's like my standard line. So 20% of people work. So don't get discouraged if all these other people don't work. You don't need a ton of people. All you need is a few good ones. So don't stress yourself out when people fall off. That's what's going to happen. People are not consistent in life. They're just not. People aren't consistent in their marriages. They're not consistent with their kids. They're not consistent in their work ethic. So let yourself breathe that it's not on you. And just like Tamara, Celeste, all of them said, run with your runners. If when somebody's coming back asking you questions and they're wanting more, those are the ones you run with. And you also look, like, sift for gold. That's what I think I heard Celeste on a training video say when I first started. You're sifting for gold. Okay, so you're searching and you're going to find somebody. And when you find that person, you're going to run with them. You're not going to just, you know, for example, you're not just going to send them a training video. You're going to be on the phone with them every day, every other day. Hey, what are you doing? How many people are you reaching out to? Like, being intentional, because this is a business. If they don't get going within the first 2 weeks, the likelihood of them not going is very high. So you have about a 2-week period to work them, to get them going. So you're looking for confident, influential people. I targeted Brooke Hemingway for 1 year. Target her, like laser beam focus. Like, I'm gonna get Brooke Hemingway because she's gonna take us to the top. Can you imagine what Jen Hawkins thought about Celeste, or what Rhonda Shaw thought about Bridget with her blog, you know, and all her following and all, you know, you have to target people. You have to look at someone like Rebecca and say, wow, look how beautiful she is. She's like a style queen. Everybody wants to be her friend. I'm going after her. You have to find people and you target them. And you're not targeting them with a negative thing. You're targeting them because you know this comp plan is amazing and will change their life. And these products will change their life. So you're doing it with a positive spin because you know it's going to be mutually beneficial both in the business and for their health. So that's what you do.
Sorry, y'all, like a feral cat just came up. Going. Okay, I hope I don't get attacked on live deal. Okay. Okay, and Bridget. Bridget, what's the common thread that you see in runners?
Oh gosh, Rebecca, can you just put me first? Because after following them, I'm like, yes, yes, yes. I mean, I agree with all of it. It's definitely a common thread between the leaders I see on my team. And I am blessed by several runners on my team because I was intentional about going wide. And I would say most of my runners are intentional. They're intentional and purposeful about what they're doing. I would say that they are problem solvers. They are go-getters. If they have a problem, they're not coming to me. They are going out and finding it and doing whatever they can. You guys, chances are it's on YouTube, it's on a team page, and they go out and get it. They're, you know, they're self-driven, self-motivated. And I would say what I'm really thinking about when I look at my runners, I have a girl that's supposed to go Sapphire today or tomorrow. And I would say they're passion driven because when things get hard, she joined me 2 weeks after I joined, watched me go to Diamond in a year. And she was silver when I hit Diamond. So, but you know what? She had passion because if you're just working for a paycheck, when things get hard, it's going to be easy to quit. But if you have passion, it's going to drive you. And so I would say it's passion over paycheck for my runners, definitely. But you know what? You chase the passion, the money is going to flow, right? Can you guys say amen to that?
Absolutely.
Okay, Bridget, since you went last time, I'm going to let you go first this time. What do y'all feel like you're saying over and over again to your team? Like, do you notice like that you're kind of saying some of the same things over and over again? What are some of those things that you feel like you're saying over and over again to your team?
Oh gosh, convenience order. I would say, you know, consistency is key. Consistency is key in this business in general. In products, you got to make sure this isn't a quick fix, you guys. I was living paycheck to paycheck. If I didn't learn how to get my products paid for, it would have been hard for me to be consistent. It's very easy in this business to learn how to get your products paid for. Be consistent. Even if you're not wanting to work the business right off, hey, get your products paid for. Stay on the products. When you're wanting to work the business, be consistent. You guys, I have never missed a day working my Plexus business, and no excuses. I worked my business the day I delivered my 7th baby. I worked my business when, I mean, for the last 2.5 years, I have not missed a day. And so, except on Musha Cay. Yay, we needed a break. But I would say convenience, order, and consistency and no excuses is probably what I preach the most of.
So good. Thank you, Bridget. Celeste, what would you say?
I've had several, but I think I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Just that people are watching. I know so often with newbies, you know, they'll post on Facebook and get discouraged if they don't get like 50 comments and like 150 likes after their first post about Plexus or about what the products are doing. And, you know, there's proof in the Plexus, right? Here I am 4.5 years in. I posted yesterday and a guy messages me, it was quarterback of our high school football team. Hey, I love watching what you're doing. I need to get my wife on a phone call with you. I don't know what it was about yesterday's post that got his attention. He's been watching me 4.5 years, right? So know that people are watching you. Keep wearing your swag, keep posting, keep taking your product, keep being a product of the product, keep sharing when it's natural in conversation. And you will have success when people see that you believe, when they see that you're passionate and this isn't just your 8th network marketing company and you're trying to make a buck, but it's your passion. It becomes, like Bridget talks about branding, it becomes who you are. Plexus is a part of who we are. People don't doubt if anyone on this call means it, right? People know we mean it. They know we love it. They know we mean it, and they know that we're living it every single day. So if you just keep living it, keep posting, keep sharing, people are watching what you're doing, they're going to hit their I believe button eventually, and they're going to want what you have.
That's so good. Thank you, Celeste. Amy Paul, what would you say? What do you feel like you're repeating over and over again?
Just to stick with it, just like what Celeste said. Like, this is not overnight magic, and you can't, like, I tell people it's not a lottery ticket. Like, we all worked hard to get here. We all had to go silver and find 3 people. We all had to go find 20 people. We had to go, you know, I remember going gold to senior gold, like counting lines in my back office, like, oh my goodness, this is so stressful. And I feel like the most people fall off at gold and senior gold because they get there, and then that's when people start falling off, and they don't realize that 20% rule. They don't realize only 20% of people are going to stick with it. 80% are going to fall off. So they don't realize that. They get discouraged. They ride that train that Melissa Eichenhorst talks about, that roller coaster, up and down, and then they start to have those negative thoughts. Their friends, family, they're not supporting them, and instead of reaching around and looking at us, leaders in Plexus, and looking at the people that sign them and their teammates and getting an encouragement and support from them, they listen to all the negative voices. That's why we talk about mindset. You know, if you're on this call right now, are you a boss babe? Are you going to change your family's life? Are you going to take this opportunity and not just say, oh, I'm going to try it, I'm going to put one toe in? Or are you right now drawing your line in the sand and saying, I'm going to be one of these girls? Like, there's nothing going to stop me. I don't care if my husband doesn't support me. When he goes to work, I'm going to be, you know, on my phone. When I'm going to have to go to the bathroom all the time because of the BioCleanse, because I'm going to be working my business. Like, because they will eventually see. My husband was a skeptic, but I knew that I was going to do this, and I knew I was going to retire him. And so I just put my blinders on and I did what had to be done. And that is what you have to do. You have to commit right now. Draw your line in the sand and say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to change the trajectory of my family's life. And that's what it is. And so I'm constantly pouring belief into my leaders that you can do this. I'm not more special than you. I just had no excuses, like Bridget said. Bridget and I hid behind a trash can in Lake Tahoe to do a Zoom, okay, on the ground in the dirt. So there is no excuses, you know, in this business. If you want it bad enough, if you see Celeste on her yacht and you're thinking, oh, she's just a spoiled brat. Like, look at Celeste. If that's you thinking that, that can be you. Seriously, like, that can be you. You can be Celeste. You can be Tamara. You can be all of us. Like, you can buy a southern plantation and all the animals you want. Maybe not a pig or a goat or llama, but you can be that. But you have to believe in yourself. And that is the key. And I've just learned that it doesn't affect me when people fall off. I pour belief into my people, and those 20% of people I love on and I spoil, and that's what I do. And that's what you should be doing, focusing on the 20% and knowing that we're your new best friends. This one Plexus mentality is true. We're your best friends. Kick the other people to the curb because they're not cool if they do not support you.
That's right.
Okay. I love it. That's so good. Thanks, Amy. Okay, Tara, what do you feel like you're saying over and over again?
Oh my gosh. All that. And 2 things. get out of your comfort zone. I feel like I say that all the time because I am 100% convinced that if you are not uncomfortable in your business, you're not growing. So ask yourself, what makes me uncomfortable? And then go do that tonight. Go do that tomorrow. What is that for you? I polled my team right before convention and I listed all kinds of fears that I hear, excuses that I hear for people not working the business. And the number one thing was reaching out to people about the business opportunity. And so if that is what it is for you, or maybe it's posting on Facebook, or maybe it's wearing swag to Chick-fil-A. I don't know what your fear is. Maybe it's a fear of being a leader, and so you're sabotaging your own success. But what is your fear? Ask yourself that. What makes you uncomfortable? And then go do it tonight and find some accountability so that you can say, okay, this makes me super shaky. My heart's pounding, but I know I need to do this if I'm going to grow my business. And then report back to that person and say, check, I did it. Guys, we have to be bold, like Celeste said, and we have to get uncomfortable in order to really see some good fruits. And then secondly, I'll keep this one really brief, become a master at follow-up. Oh my gosh, follow-up is so important. I have to brag on my girl, Emily Burgess. She's almost senior gold. I worked on that girl for 3 years, and she is a total rock star. And so often I was scared to follow back up with her because we weren't super close. We are now, but we weren't at the time. And she's an influencer and people just want to be around her, like all these ladies. And so I didn't ever want to push her or do too much where I turned her off, but I pushed past that fear because two things: I knew she could be amazing in this business, and I knew these products could bless her and her family's life in so many different ways. So I kept on following up with her. And after 3 years, she finally joined me, and she is doing amazing things and helping so many people. And so I'm even more passionate about follow-up now because I've seen the fruits of that even after it taking years of time. And now her life is being blessed in so many ways. So become a master at follow-up. Learn how to do it well. I wasn't good at follow-up when I first started. Oh my gosh, if you look back at some of the messages I used to send, you'd be like, how in the world is she sitting here talking to us? And she just, homegirl just went to Musha Cay. But I learned because I made mistakes and I turned people off. But I learned to change my verbiage and to make it all about them and never about me. When I follow up with someone, I don't want them to even think that it's benefiting me at all if they order products from me or if they join me. It's all about the potential. It's all about how you're going to help them and change their life. So become a master at that because that could change the foundation of your business.
So good. It's so funny you said that because yesterday someone wrote me a message and I had sent it about a non-Plexus thing. And the last message I'd sent them was like 2.5 years ago about Plexus. And I was reading it and going, oh dear. So we all started somewhere and messed up and got lots of no's, but we got enough yeses over the time too. So don't be scared of the no's. They'll get you closer to the yeses. Okay, so lastly, just kind of for a fun question as we're closing up, what is something that y'all are each looking forward to, whether it's in your Plexus business or that you're excited about in Plexus as a whole, or maybe that your family's kind of dreaming about because of Plexus? What are y'all kind of excited about in the future? Amy, what would you say?
Well, my daughter has always wanted to be a missionary in Kenya, and so we are really looking forward to next year. We want to go abroad as a family and just tour around Africa for a little bit, and so that's what we're looking forward to with our Plexus income.
Well, that's amazing. I love hearing that. Bridget, what would you say?
I would say a legacy company. This company is, 10 years out. I know some of us, Jules, sat around and talked about where we're going to be in 10 years and where this company is going, and talking to Tarl and Alec and Musha Cay and the plans that they have, and that we've only seen this much of what is to come. We are just the tip of the iceberg, guys. We're just getting started. And so it's so exciting to see. I'm looking forward to going diamond again. My husband's looking forward to going double diamond, and my son is joining as an ambassador next month. So I'm looking forward to it being a family business, a legacy business. And yeah, it's exciting.
I love hearing that. Tamara, what would you say?
Oh my goodness, same thing. Like I'm looking forward to being in Hawaii and being like 60 years old, like rocking the gray hair, wearing my swim skirt and drinking my pink drink. Like I 100% believe that I will be doing that. I will be 60 and I'll be bringing my, 25-year-old girls, oh my gosh, to Hawaii with me because I have so much belief in where we are and where we're headed. Bridget said it, legacy company. You guys, it may seem like Plexus has been around for a while, but it hasn't. We are on the brink of amazing, amazing things. And everyone on this call, you're a part of that. You're a part of this foundation that we're laying that is only going to grow year after year after year. And that is absolutely thrilling to me that we get to be a part of that and pave the way.
Okay, I'm talking out of turn. I'm talking out of turn. But there is only like a little over 100 diamonds. I mean, we're just getting started. That's mind-blowing. I was looking at our picture the other day in my office, and it looks so small, just the few diamonds that we have already. So anyway, it's exciting.
Yeah, no one on this call has been in the company for more than 5 years. Celeste, you said 4.5. So
4.5. Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, super, super duper new.
Yeah.
And Celeste, what would you say? What are you looking forward to?
Well, first of all, Amy, Paul, I know some folks that do some mission work in Africa, so especially Kenya. So when you get to that stage, hit me up. Check out the Mission Masai Facebook page and website. There you go. If you're interested in what we've done, mainly a big, big part of that is due to our Plexus income and our Plexus family. We were able to build a medical clinic and feed the school kids every single day and drill a water well, all stuff that folks like Angelina Jolie do, not soccer moms from Enna, Texas. So that's a little bit about what we've already done. Looking forward to the future. It's the same. I have the word legacy company written down as well. Just knowing where we're headed, seeing where we've come in the 4.5 short years that I've been with the company, and also getting to have some amazing conversations with Alec and Charles and Musha Cay about what is to come, and just that we are going to be a legacy company. And I believe that I'm going to skip ahead and say that, Tamara, I'm going to be taking my grandkids to Hawaii, because from what I understand, grandkids are way more fun than your own actual children. That's what my mom and dad tell me every day. So I believe that we will all be there together in our muumuus, still smoking hot and fit and fabulous at 60. So I see the same thing you guys all see, that we're all going to still be doing this in 25 years, loving it and enjoying that residual income. It's such a blessing.
Can I say one more thing?
I love it. Yes.
Just kind of catapulting off of that, because this honest, I mean, it gets me so excited. It's just thinking too about whether you're new or you've been with Plexus for a year, or you're like us girls who, 3.5, 4 years in, Bridget 2.5 years in, the friendships. Like I consider all of these girls friends, but the fact that they're going to continue to grow and build and deepen, like that's so meaningful to me. This isn't just about products and isn't just about a paycheck, but it's about relationships and people. And I'm excited to deepen those relationships that I already have through our experiences together and our common bond. And you guys watching, you're all a part of that, because we all have a common bond of love and passion for this company. Okay, sorry.
I love it. Group hug. Okay, well, this is amazing to each and every one of y'all for being a part of this, for Celeste is traveling and all their kids situated to jump on here. And we had over 1,000 watching live with us tonight. So that was and I'm sure our teams and more can to hanging out and watch it. But these were such a great way to get a little peek inside each of y'all's leadership and your team, and just why. Thank you for being on tonight, and everybody